Good evening. Hello, and thank you so much for being here tonight. This is our 2026 high school spring concert. This is the concert band, which is also the marching band, and kids out here also are part of the pep band as well. So they're stretched quite thin as far as the music department goes, but they're a great group of kids. Tonight is the first time that we haven't gone to OMEA State in a while. They had one of the
every time. I'm gonna yell. I'm sorry. So it's been a great year at OMEA District. It was one of the best performances that I have been a part of since I've been in Richmond. And the judges didn't give us the one to go to state, but I just had to say that this group had one of the best performances I've been a part of since I've been here. They played phenomenally. And the good news about not going to state is we were able to get a lot more difficult music out. We have 4 pieces that are very challenging, and I hope you can appreciate that. And the kids worked really hard to get this final concert sounding great. So it was our 2026 spring concert.
Okay. All right. Sebastian Hamlet. Lydia Brown. Jordan Curry. Mason Buckley. Olivia Callahan. Anastasia Charles Brown. Jackson Davis. Jackson. Willow Everidge. Haley Frederick. Molly Greason. Emerson Hughes. Tyler Jennings. Trevor Layfield. Wesley Leininger. Jameson Bannis. Valerie Mook. Allison Mooney. Lisa Brady. Maya Owens. Sawyer Rock. Ava Swart. Caden Swartz. Chase Ward. Colton Weir. And Allison Minnish. Great job. Richmond Bush. Jackson Poirier. Otto Crawford. Carson DeRose. Travis Dunaway. Isaiah Nipper, Rachel Parker, Robert Peters, Ethan Sykes, Van Smith, Cody Spears, Leland Truster, Megan Wardlow, Alexa Wheeler, Joe Wiltshire, Joseph Wolford, Blake Yeager, Ryan Patron, Alexander Cobb, Terry Hamilton, Sam Henderson, and State Green. No explanation. We don't like to talk a whole lot, but it's a tone poem. A tone poem is supposed to describe a historical period, activity, or event. The Trail of Tears is the, probably remember from U.S. history class way back when. It's about the Indian Removal Act in 1830. Okay, so this piece is supposed to take you through all the points of view of that piece. The reason I'm explaining it is you're going to hear some weird stuff. They're going to be stomping. They're going to be chanting. There's some different things happening. So in the beginning, it's supposed to represent the bucolic, idyllic, serene nature of the Indians. And then the 5 civilized tribes, I worked on these, Muskegon, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, and Cherokee, were forced and relocated from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, southern Tennessee to Kansas, Nebraska, and so forth and so on. Along this way, 60,000 Native Americans marched, and only around 40 made it. So we'd like to take a chance to use music to reinforce what's happening in the other classroom and to help the kids in the history classroom in this case. And to help the kids understand and emotionally connect to things way, way, way back in the past. So this chant you're going to hear is a Cherokee poem. The kids, yes, you should be able to hear it. But there's lots of interesting stuff happening. You'll hear bugle calls from the Army, you'll hear marching feet. There's lots of interesting stuff in here. And a whole bunch of solos. If you watch around, there's a whole bunch of solo stuff out there. We hope you enjoy Trail of Tears.
And there's times like this year when we've got an incredible senior class. Hey, seniors, can you guys stand up one more time? Let's give them another round. It always hurts when you're graduating a great group, and this is no exception to that. I look out there and I see really good musicians, I see really good leaders, but the thing that's going to be missed most of all is the example they set as human beings. These kids are great kids. I am so proud of the character that they have, and they have changed our group. They have formed our group into just a great group of kids, and these are our awards right here. So when we give out, we have 3 awards that we give out. It's again, like I said, sometimes it's easy. This year was very difficult. The first award we're going to talk about is the Mark Stang Award, and that award is given out every year to someone who's participated in choir and in band. Not necessarily all 4 years for both, but between the choir directors and band directors, we get together and decide one that exemplifies a great leader and a great musician. And this year's recipient is Chandler Waters. I have 2 more awards that are given out every year. We have the John Phillips Sizzle Award and the Patrick S. Gilmore Award, which are both military band leaders. One award, the John Phillips Sizzle Award, is usually given out to the best musician, and the Gilmore Award is given out to the best service leader. And it's, again, even with the recipients of this, that they don't necessarily fit into each of those categories perfectly. They are great leaders and great musicians. And there's a bunch of kids up here in the senior class that are worthy of these, and it's tough to narrow them down to these 2 people. But our John Phillips Sousa Award goes to Reagan Mooney. They're excited. The Patrick S. Gilmore Award goes to Aiden Moore. Our final bit of talking tonight is introducing that our senior, one of our senior members, our band president, gives a speech, and that is Mallory. Come on up, Mallory.
Hello, everybody. Okay, here's my speech. We made it this far. If it's your first year, last year, 15th, or 24th, I want to thank you all for your hard work to make this band truly successful. Parents, Mr. Wright, Mr. McKinley, and most importantly, the students. I hope you all have enjoyed this year. I was saddened when we did not make it to OMEA State, but in return, we were rewarded with challenging songs to perform tonight. And this year had many unforgettable moments. First, we added Section of the Week to the marching season. Each section was awarded with their ongoing progress with technique and musicality. The marching season ended on a high note by sharing candy at the Halloween playoff game, and our winter and preview concert sounded great. OMEA was amazing. Everyone played beautifully and respected the competition. Thank you for that. As for tonight, you determined if these last couple months made us better musicians. I believe it did. I hope many of you continue your education in music, whether within the Richmond band or not. Practicing teaches us patience and commitment. Performing teaches us confidence, and band proves our time worthwhile. Now we sign off. The seniors say goodbye to this wonderful experience, playing absolute bangers on the field and stage, such as Mr. Brightside, Hey Baby, The Great Locomotive Chase, and Number 9. Traditions of moose, drumline tag, and not-so-secret push-up game, and playing pomp and circumstance for the millionth time as the graduates walk down the field. Good luck to the underclassmen for that. This concludes the 2026 year. Dark Prophecy is our last performance, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you. So it has a picture from our senior night with our crazy hats, and we all have a funny face, and we all signed it. No, I'm not that good. Since you all continue to share the same, I think the tone. Well, let's see the class
We bought ours on Amazon. These are actual legit. It's on. Okay, so this is a little inside joke between us. When we were in the sight reading room junior year, the sight reader referred to us, him, as a master chef. So I credit to Chandler Waters, the Mark J. Stang winner. He had the idea about the gift, but it's just a chef's hat. Very safe.
Thank you all for coming to support these children.